Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, sir. This is group 2 Rubaga campus and Talunga Primrose. The group members are Talunga Primrose, Kauchi Amza, Senkoto John Davis, and Odong Jasper. We are going to go through these questions. 3D printing as an emerging trader. Emerging trade. Describe biometrics as emerging trade. Discuss augmented reality as emerging trade. And describe data analytics as an emerging trade. 3D printing is a three-dimensional additive manufacturing process that creates a physical object from a digital design. The 3D printing can be 3D printing can be used in very many kinds of shapes. The shapes, the structures or objects, but it is only limited to the build, limited by their build volume, the volume used when they are using the 3D printers. 3D printing is a construction of a three-dimensional object from a CAD model or a digital 3D model. 3D printing can be used in offering solutions for the low volume manufacturers of complex parts that can be made easily or fast in a faster local production. There are some advantages of 3D printing. For example, 3D printing is flexible in design. This allows for the design and print for more complex designs than traditional manufacturing processes. Rapid prototyping, meaning it can type quickly. It types the work quickly when you're using 3D printer, and it is inexpensive. It's so expensive, and using it is quicker. It is.
Don't just. You can mute your microphone.
3D printers are strong and light, and they are light in weight. Their weight is light. They have light parts. So the main 3D printing material used is a plastic. So being it a plastic material, it makes it lighter, and it is advantageous for the people who use it, such that it is not full of metal. The equipment, it's not full of metal. 3D printers print on demand, meaning one prints. Printing is, they print on demand when they are demanded for, that is when they are used. Unlike the traditional manufacturing processes, for them they are only used when they are needed. When there's bulk material needed to be printed, that is when they are required. 3D printers are fast in their production. They do their job faster. So the point is fast design and production. They are fast in their work. It takes few hours when you're using a 3D printer. It also minimizes the wastes. So when you're using 3D printing, you minimize the waste of products or material used. It is also cost effective. 3D printing saves time, and therefore the cost taken while using this kind of machine is limited compared to other kinds of printers. It is also easy to access. There's ease of access. 3D printers are becoming more and more accessible with more local service providers offering out services for the manufacturing work. It is also advanced in healthcare, meaning being with a 3D printing machine, the medical sector can be helped. So it helps to save lives by printing organs for the human body, such as the kidneys, the hearts, the livers, so on. We also have some disadvantages of 3D printing. It is limited. The material for 3D printers is limited. Since it is a plastic, a section of plastic and metals, the available section of raw material is not it is not available. So it is not so much, it is not easily got. It is restricted to build size. The size it is supposed to take is it is a bigger size, so it is restricted to its size. And this being a disadvantage, this can increase the cost of time for larger parts of material. Post-processing is another disadvantage. You can already, people keep on posting their processing, their products, but then it has to take time because to come up with the material from the build and to smooth the surface to achieve the required material to be finished, it has to take some time. So the time is posted. The method keeps on being posted. This is where they can also use methods like they include water jetting, sanding, chemical soak, rinse, air and heat drying assembly, and others. 3D printers also have large volumes. Since a 3D printing is a static cost, unlike more conventional techniques like injection molding, where large volumes may be more cost-effective to produce. Another disadvantage is the part structure. The part structure with the 3D printing are produced by layer by layer. The parts of this 3D printing are produced layer by layer. Though these layers adhere together, it also means that they can deteriorate under certain stresses and orientations. 3D printing, there is the reduction in manufacturing jobs. That is another disadvantage, because when there is reduction in manufacturing jobs, that means there's reduction in human labor. So people will not be able to get jobs, since most of the production is automatically done by the printers. There's also design inaccuracies, meaning the designs sometimes are not accurate. When using 3D printers, it is not all that original. The copyright issues are also there as another disadvantage, which is becoming a popular and inaccessible, and a greater possibility for people to create fake products.
Okay. Now let's welcome Davis to take us on through biometrics. Davis, if you're present, you can just take on from there. Davis, this Arab man. Davis, are you there? Davis, can we do this first?
Guys, good afternoon. This is John. You through the biometrics part. Yeah, yes. Hello, good afternoon.
Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon. Yeah, I'm going to take you through the biometrical until they see the biometrics. So I think realize this biometric stuff. So a brief introduction about characteristics.
Network.
Network challenges, bro.
Authentications are
Davis, you're on and off. You have network challenges. Davis. Davis, you're on and off. Can you get a clear network? Davis, Davis. Yeah, if Davis is off, we shall just continue from there. Let's talk about biometrics. This is Gauch Amza, and I'm going to take you through as my friend comes back. Biometrics are body measurements and calculation related to human characteristics. As we know, bio it's all about like something like biology, talking about someone. Biometrics authentication, we have seen the things and we are using them seriously. Is used in identifying individuals. It's used in computer science as a form of identification and access.
Yes, yes. Let me take through Kauchi.
Yeah, you're back. You're back. You can take one. Davis, you can take one. You can continue from there.
Let me take over. Let
Davis, you have a challenge with your network. Davis, you can't get you well. Get somewhere with a network and we continue. Davis, we can't get you. Davis. Davis, we can't get you. Okay, to continue from there, we are looking at biometrics. Biometrics are physical and behavioral human characteristics that can be used to digitally identify a person to grant access to systems, devices, or data. And some of these we have the identifiers of fingerprints, facial patterns, voice, typing codes, the rhythm of a person. And in computers and devices can unlock automatically when they detect the fingerprint of the approved person, the approved user. So a server room doors can swing open when they recognize that maybe someone is coming. They have that they can just get noted as a person is arriving at a certain time and it opens itself. So that is biometrics. I have a biometric identifier is one that is rated in physical human characteristics. They fall roughly into two categories. We have physical identifiers and behavioral identifiers. And in physical identifiers, we have fingerprints. Fingerprint scanners have become they are very available in recent years due to their widespread deployment on smartphones. We have seen them in many things, touchpads on computers. We have photo and video identifiers. We have seen them also. So like if a device is equipped with a camera, it can easily be used for authentication. Just capture your face and it allows you to use your phone. We have physiological recognition. Facial recognition is the second most common type of authentication. Other image-based authentication methods include hand geometry recognition, iris, where the phone has to scan your eye. You have the voice-based digital assistant and telephone-based service portals are already using the voice recognition to identify users and authenticate them. We have the signatures. We've seen people who were doing these things of registration during the Mila. We had that thing of signatures, like you sign without physically pressing there the pen, and it captures your signature. In DNA, it scans. The scanners are used primarily in health. There is law enforcement to identify the suspects, and in the movies, we have the behavior identifiers. We have typing patterns. Everybody has a different typing style. So the speed at which they type, the length of time it takes to go from one letter to another, the degree of the impact on the keyboard. You have seen that, like when the keyboard normally gets your pattern of typing and brings you the words you normally use. You have the physical movements, the way like someone walks in a unique and an individual, and can be used to authenticate employees in a building as a secondary layer of authentication for particularly sensitive locations. We have navigation patterns, a mouse movement, these mouse movements and finger movements on touchpads, trackpads, or touch sensitive screens are very unique to individuals and relatively easy to detect by the software. We have engagement patterns. We all interact with technology in different ways. How we open and use our apps, how low we allow our battery to get, the locations and the times of the day we are almost likely to use our devices. That is there. That's major. That's common. We have the challenges of biometrics. They also have challenges. We have privacy. Like biometrics are inherently public. Your ears, eyes, and faces are exposed. You review your eyes whenever you look at the things. Yeah, social stuff. There's no privacy there. We have biometrics are hackable. Yeah, we know that. If you think your eye can scan, maybe more secure. Think again. Hackers, they like it happened. They fooled the Samsung S8 iris recognition system by placing a contact lens over a photo. They are separate. Biometrics hacks may have greater consequences since biometric reveals part of the user identity. If that is stolen, it can be used falsely falsify legal documents that we know, the passports or the criminal records. But biometrics also have their advantages, and some of them it is faster and more convenient for the users. Like there is no need to remember the password; it just automatically saves it. There is strong authentication since biological characteristics are distinct. It eliminates fiction associated with traditional security measures. It also reduces the biometric servers usually require less database memory. So I will continue there and take you through the augmented reality. This is an enhanced version of the real physical world achieved through the use of the visual elements, sound, and other sensory stimuli. They are delivered via technology. This is AR, and the AR is quite different from VR. We have seen VR as the virtual reality, people who like games. Augmented reality is as a result of using technology and superimposes information, and this information is in the form of sounds, images, and text on the world we see. It's rather the AR is rather different from virtual reality in that VR means computer generated environments, and AR this is adds the reality to what you ordinarily see. Continuing from today, we see that phones and tablets are the way augmented reality gets in most people's lives. Like we see this video technology, for instance, allows a user to point the camera in the tablet or a phone at the sky and see the names of the stars or the planets superimposed on the image. Continuing from there, we see that augmented reality devices suitable for augmented reality fall in the following categories. I have different categories. We have mobile devices, the most available and best fit for AR mobile apps, ranging from pure gaming and entertainment, business analytics, sports, and social networking. We have special AR devices designed primarily and solely for augmented reality experience. And one example of this is head-up displays, sending data to a transparent display directly into users' view. We have AR glasses. We have these Google glasses, the Meta 2 glasses, lasers, the laser see-through, and more. We have AR contact lenses. Taking augmented reality one step even further, manufacturers like Samsung and Sony have announced the development of AR lenses. We have the virtual retinal displays, creating images by projecting laser into the human eye, aiming to bright, high contrast, and high resolution images. I have the applications of AR, of the augmented reality. We have the augmented reality is applied in many things. We have the new AR games, which provide much better experience with players. Some even promote a more active, outgoing way of life. We have AR in retail. It may act to bring better customer engagement and retention, as well as brand awareness and more sales. Some features may also help customers make wiser purchases. Some other potential areas of AR application in education have education, interactive models of learning and training purposes for mathematics to chemistry, in medicine or healthcare to help diagnose, monitor, train, or localize things. Have for military part, military application, we use it for advanced navigation, marking objects in real time, in art, installations, tourism, broadcasting, and industrial design. Augmented reality also has challenges that it's facing. One of it is hardware issues. Currently, every available AR headset is a bulky piece of hardware that may be too expensive for the masses. Also, that the AR, the majority of the AR headsets need to be tethered to a computer. How to make that tethering? There is limited content. One of the major challenges with augmented reality is creating engaging content. This content are created for augmented reality devices, consist of games, filters used in social networks such as Instagram and Snapchat. We have lack of regulations. There's no regulation that help businesses and customers understand which type of AR application can be used and how data can be processed. I will have public skepticism. Although augmented reality is a popular topic of discussion among tech experts, consumers are unaware of the benefits of the technology. Our consumers have only used the most popular applications of augmented reality, such as trying out the glasses, wardrobe, and accessories. We have the physical safety risks. The augmented reality application can be massively distracting and may lead to physical injuries. For instance, many people were injured while playing Pokemon Go. That's a game. Let's continue from there. I'll just call upon my friend Don't just take us through data analytics in some few minutes as we conclude.
Thank you, Hamza. Can you please hear me?
Yeah, I can get you.
Hello? Okay, thank you.
You can
Can
go,
you
bro.
scroll back to the question?
Back to the question now.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Just
Hello?
Yes, but can you go on?
I'm saying, the question is to describe the data analytics as emerging trends by defining data analytics is deconstructed and examined for a useful and the more this process is automated and the more granular it is, the more useful it can be for the company and the organization looking for looking for save money, increase revenue and others. Let's look at the trends. Now one is natural language processing. Just like a Google of data analysts. In that, it allows users to perform queries in natural human language with either written or voice input. And even the technology is making data analytics accessible to more devices across the section of professionals, including front office workers. And the next is augmented data analytics. By using artificial intelligence and like a machine learning, and it can give users a programmed way to find more important insight. It does so automatically, combining through the data of company or organizations of list. Blockchain. When you talk of blockchain, it is most well known for its rules in cryptocurrency, but it can also be used for a wider variety of tasks across the industries. Blockchain has a capability to enhance productive analytics because it varies data validity and also can prevent false analysis. And the fourth one is continuous intelligence. And here it might also call real-time intelligence. And this type of data query is becoming increasingly possible as technology like cloud streaming and softwares and also machine learning. The next thing in data fabrics. Data fabrics enables seamless data sharing across distributed network where customized made design can provide data service or like pipeline, semantic tires, and also according to data fabric provider, a data fabric can help an organization by providing all the data, no matter where it is located and no matter how it is stored.